It's Auntie Kate, Yard Sales Arena here with Uncle Vinty, the Vintage Tool Man, with a yard sales show for the week of September the 28th and 29th. The last weekend in September. The first week of fall. Oh, I'm gonna be missing summer. Well, we had a fabulous weekend. Wednesday I went to Crumpton. I'm gonna do that in a separate video, show you what I bought at the Crumpton auction. But this weekend for the yard sales, fabulous. Yesterday I went out down to Shady Side and stopped at a couple. One of them that I stopped at was over here. I paid $20 for all of this stuff. He wanted 5, 10, 15 for the decanters. These are the Wheaton decanters, and this is the John Wayne decanter. This is 23 karat gold. It's dirty, it needs cleaning. And then he wanted, I think, $2 or $2.50 for these. But anyway, he sold all this to me. This is a neat old, we have some wood burning stoves. This is the utensil. This is Arctic that you would use to lift the plates up off the stove. This is just a trivet. This is multi-use. We figured that was a baseball bat to keep by the side of your bed. Bam. But I think it's a masher of some kind.
Or a wood mallet.
A wood mallet. And this is actually, these are made for climbing poles or trees. They actually have a name, if I manage to write that down. Pole climbing cleats. They're 16-inch. The gentleman who was having this sale had worked for the telephone company, and that's what he had done. He climbed up poles. So I got these for Uncle Vinty to see how he can do.
Climb trees.
That's right. All right. Woohoo. I looked at one of these. This thing underneath here is a lobster or a crab trap. It's a real one. It has some cute plastic crabs in there to give it some ambiance. I've been wanting to buy one of these for a long time, but they're usually quite expensive. When they're done like this, they're like $200, $300. Well, at Dale's yard sale, he calls it the mother of all yard sale in Shady Side, and it is quite large. He sold this to me for $50. And I thought that was good. I was happy with that, and my plan was to get a glass top. Well, today while we were out, the very last yard sale, one we almost didn't stop at, what was lying in the grass but this beautiful beveled edge coffee table glass top.
No chips.
No chips. I mean, it's a little dirty right now. I need to clean it. $5. So $55, I have me a wonderful new coffee table.
Fits very well.
It's fabulous. It's wonderful.
Very nice coffee table.
Yeah, even Uncle Vinty likes it.
I even like it.
All right. At Dale's sale, he had a couple of these old school desks, and I know you can see this one's banged up pretty badly. I like to keep some of this ambiance, but this does need a light sanding, some staining and refinishing. The metal needs to be painted. This is an old school desk, but it's very small. It's a size 5. It's from Sears, Roebuck and Company. And it has a chair. I don't know if the chair goes with it, but I'm putting it with it. I'm going to refinish the chair and paint the base black so that they match. I think this is fabulous. I'll show it to you when it's done. It's going to look wonderful. He had 45 on it, 25 on this, and 20 on the chair, and he sold it to me for 30. I'm really happy with that.
That wouldn't be the seat for that desk.
No, but it works.
But it works.
It works just fine. People really don't care. All right, if you remember back, I don't know what, a year ago, 6 months ago, I bought one of these neat old drying racks, and it ended up being a reproduction. Well, look what Dale had that he sold me for $8. This is, and I know you can't read it because I hardly can. I need to clean this up. It's brass. It's called Perfection Clothes Dryer. Patent August 30th, 1887.
Okay.
Okay, Miles Grove, Pennsylvania. So, let's see if I know how to do it. Let's see, I think I go...
Pull that up and lock it.
Pull this up.
And lock it, push it in.
How do I lock it?
Push that in. No.
Into what?
There.
Down?
No, in. Push it in.
In. Oh, this way. In.
Yes,
like
that locks it.
Aha. Okay. So, this you would mount on the wall, and these open up. And woohoo.
And you got your drying rack.
You got a drying rack. I love this. $8. 1887. Wow. What, it's 125 years old. And to release it, what do I do? I just pull it back out?
Push those things together.
Push these things back together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then pull that center out.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And down it goes.
And down it goes.
Wow. Not bad. Is that right? Do I have it put back together correctly?
That's correct.
All right, there we go. And this would mount on the wall, which is what I intend to do with it. That is a keeper. Something else he had that we bartered back and forth on is this Rex 1 old toy scooter. It has a little rust on it, but is not rusted through. I'm probably just going to wire brush the rust off, oil it, and keep it. I think it looks wonderful the way it is. Really cute. Kid scooter. All right. The rest of this stuff, we bundled everything for $90, so I don't remember what I paid specifically for anything, but I got a couple of beer signs. This one,
Bring your wife.
PBR. Next time, bring your wife's sign. I paid probably no more than $5 for it. That sells on eBay, $30 all day, every day. This one down here is a lighted Schaefer beer welcome sign. It does work. The Schaefer beer sign, same thing, sells for $30. I think he actually gave this to me. He told me just to take this King syrup tin. I like tins. That actually sells $10 on eBay. And this is Salmon Falls. They're in Dover, New Hampshire. They're the contemporary pottery that makes this kind of old-looking crocks. That's probably worth $10, maybe $15. These I got. I love these. I want to put these up. They're old brass lamps over an island. I wish he'd had...
They are electrified.
They are electrified. I wish he had 3 of them, but he only had 2. But that's okay. I'll do something for the other one. I really like those. This is, what do you call this thing? It goes on the stove.
It's a damper, I think.
It's a damper. I think it is a damper. It has a name on here. I think it might also be an Arctic. Let me look really fast. It would be nice if I actually had it on here. Do you see it on there?
It says Stover.
Oh, vintage cast iron arcade stove damper. That's what it is. And you can see it's kind of got some reddish color to it. So what we'll do with this is wire brush it and we'll paint it this reddish color because I think it looks nice. People collect these and they just have them covering their wall. They look really nice. These 2 things need to be, yes, they need to be reframed, but they came off of some old vintage vegetable crates, shipping crates.
They're the labels.
They're the labels. Starlet, California Vegetables, and mighty nice vegetable growers. I just thought those were really nice. Didn't pay very much for them. They're both about $10 each. This is a ricer stand. It's pretty neat. It needs a little cleaning up and some oiling. I've got to find some of those, the wooden, I don't know what you implement or utensil that you use with these. But anyway, I got that. And then this last thing, and I know this needs some cleaning and I'm going to have to ask Uncle Vinty how to do it. This is a universal bread maker. Universal bread maker number 4. 1904 by Landers, Frary, and Clark, and it's worth about $30. I think I paid 5 or 10 for
So
it.
this needs the dough or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Should I show them the inside? You want to see the inside?
You gotta turn it
This way?
That's good. Yeah, just turn whatever. Okay. Slide it out.
There you go. Yeah. So you turn it in here. Can they see that?
Yeah.
And it's got all the parts to it, and it actually works. It just needs to, this top needs to be cleaned up. Would we have to paint that, or is there some way it's galvanized metal? Is there some way to?
It's galvanized, but it's rusted, so it needs to be cleaned up.
But do you clean it or paint it, or what do we do?
We'll do something.
Okay. Anyway, so that was it. That's what I got yesterday. Now, hold on, because we went out this morning and we got some more stuff. So I'm going to set that up and show you that too. Hold on. Hi, it's Auntie Kay. Like I promised, let me show you what we got today. Okay. At a yard sale, I don't know if you guys can see this. This is a plastic Santa. He's lighted, he works. He's from the 50s. He's vintage. Some people refer to these as blow mold. I paid $1 for him. He's worth cha-ching $40 all day, every day. A Charlie's Cookies vintage tin. I paid $1/4 for it. It's worth $30. Woohoo! I'm doing really good here. Now, I went to a yard sale earlier in the day and we saw this. This is another neat old vintage, not 220, theatrical light. But these make wonderful standing lamps. Now you need to do some rewiring, put in a new bulb in it, but when they're done they sell for from what, $500 up to $1,000. So I got this for $15. I decided to go back and see if it was still there, and if it was, I was going to buy it. And when I got there, everything was free. So I got a little potty chair for free. I make these into planters. People love them. You know, you leave the little vintage decals on them. I got some roller skates for free. These, I remember these as a kid. Now they need some new leathers, but both pairs of these have the key. You would put the key in the back here, and that would allow you to adjust the length. You would leave your shoes on, put this around your ankle, and off you would go and roller skate. I think those are great. Yes, they need these need a little cleaning up, but you know what? I'm going to do it because you don't find them that often with the key, and I might even replace the leathers on the ones that need it. Those were free. What else did I get? At a church sale, I bought a bottle of, the bottle's actually very cool, from like 42, but I bought this bottle full of vintage buttons for $1. People collect these. They're just neat. Actually saw an old clip-on earring in there that I'll have to fish out. I also got this vintage doll. These probably $10, maybe $20. I paid a buck for that at the church sale. This was at a yard sale. I don't think this is that old, but it's just a cute little porcelain little doll. Paid a buck for her. Okay, at one of the last yard sales that I stopped at today, I got these. These are from the early 1900s. They're athletic award medals. So they would have gone on a pin or a ribbon and hung around the neck. I'm going to make them into jewelry. They're from the Amateur Athletic Union, a lot of them the AAU. I think they're fabulous. Some of them have writing on the back giving the date. I think this one says 1908 and the event that it's for. Anyway, he had $5 each on them, and he told me if I bought 5, he'd give them to me for 20, so $4 each, which I did. And I had a difficult time picking out my 5 because there were a lot of neat ones. And at the end, after I picked up my 5, this was one that I also liked, and he threw it in. So I got 6 for 20 bucks. So I was happy. What a great weekend we have had. All right, Uncle Vinty's going to show you what he found.
There are a few final items that I bought. One was the snake light. I have a couple of these already, but I paid 50 cents for it. They're kind of nice.
Can't beat that. You do use those. They come in handy.
I also got a couple of handles. One is for a sledge, and the other is for an axe. So.
And they're new old stock. They came from a store, Heckinger's.
They came from Heckinger's, and
Heckinger's closed
they're
at
new.
Least 10 years ago. So
I paid $2 each for those.
Those are great.
And also at the church sale, I also bought this motor. I paid $5 for it. They were asking $8. I paid $5 for it. It does work, and I'm going to use this on my Rockwell mortise and tenon setup.
Yeah.
And this jack we got free at the place I got the snake light. We went back, Auntie Kay went back and picked this up for free.
I went back to get that
We'll have to look it up.
theatrical light. I bought that, paid $15 for the theatrical light, but a lot of the items they said they had just left out there for free, and this was one of them, this cool jack.
We don't know what it's to, and there's no name on it, but we'll try to figure out what it's for.
We'll find it. Okay, that's
And
it.
I think that's it for the yard sale show. This is the last week of September.
Yeah, we'll be back next week with more yard sale finds. Bye. Quick addendum. We forgot a few items. One is this shop vac air filter that Uncle Vinty got at the church sale for $1. Another is this old decoy. This is a vintage decoy. I think it's called Carry Light. It's made by a company called, it's made in Italy, Sport Plast. It's a mallard hen, and it looks like it's been used. It's neat. I paid $3 for that. And then the last thing I found at the very first yard sale, we saw it on our way out of our community, the Great Book of Harley Davidson. This thing is big. There's my hand. It's big. The last copyright date is 2005. Let's see if I can get out so you guys can see some of the pictures. Are just incredible. So this just goes through the whole history. It's a really fat book. There was a wild picture here. See if I can get it. I just can't even tell you how cool this book was. I paid all of $3 for this book. How about that? So anyway, that's it. And we'll be back. More yard sale finds.